Hi everyone, it's Angel Shaver, Stampin Up Independent Demonstrator from Kansas, and I have a lot to show you today. We are going to make a card using a Sale-a-bration item since this celebration ends tomorrow, March 31st. So if there are any celebration products that you've been dying to earn, make sure you get your order in between now and tomorrow night. For every $50 you spend in Stampin' Up products before tax and shipping, you will earn one celebration item for free. And there are a lot of them. And if any of you have been thinking about becoming a demonstrator and joining, whether you want to join just to get the discount for yourself and your friends, or whether you want to have a business, contact me somehow. Give me a call, go to my email, angelstamps@hotmail.com, or visit my website, angelstamps.stampinup.net, and click on the join button, and we'll get you all hooked up. If you do it before the end of celebration, you will earn 2 extra free stamp sets. And also, you will be part of the special incentive that Stampin' Up is offering right now. Whatever month you earn your first quarter sales in, you will win their featured stamp set for the month in April, May, or June. So if that's something you're even thinking about, let me know, and I'd be happy to answer any questions you have. Okay, now it's time for show and tell. We have the things I forgot last week, plus I'm going to show you all of the things that I created, all the cards that I created with Sale-a-bration products. But first, I found this Valentine from my mom to my son, and I'm not sure where it had been all this time, but it just showed up on my place at the dining room table one day. So here it is. It's using the burlap and the wood grain embossing folder. I don't know if you can see that. And then I have a couple of cards from the Random Act of Kindness group. This one came from Ginger Brunk in Iowa. It's using the beautiful used stamp set, and also the background of the dots is from a Sale-a-bration item. It's from the Advent Garden set. And then this was yet another beautiful card that came all the way from Australia. So it started to happen that my son was like, "Mom, you have another card from Australia." It's the most amazing thing to just get these gorgeous cards from all over the world. And this one came from Tracy Bitch. And then I have a set of cards that came from a swap with my own team. And terrible of me, I don't remember every single person's name. And I can't look them up while I'm on Facebook Live videotaping. So sorry. I did put them on my blog, but you get access through my website, angelstamps.stampinup.net, or go to the blog itself, angelstamps1.blogspot.com. And I did do a blog post with all of these beautiful cards giving credit. So I won't even pretend to give credit to any of them that I might know right now. I know this one was done with a very special technique using bleach in one of the aqua painters, I think. And then we have a couple. This is a mint macaron, and that is one of those colors, one of the in colors for 2015 to 2017 that will be leaving when the new catalog comes out. So if you're in love with this color, you better stock up now. And another one, I think it's also the in colors. I think it's Watermelon Wonder and the Mint Macaron, and probably the Taupe. They're gorgeous. And so if you want those in colors, you better take advantage of that while they're still available. And then finally, I got a card using the lace sets, the Delicate Details, I believe it was called, set from the Sale-a-bration. So that is a Sale-a-bration item that you can get earned for free today or tomorrow. And also, this card uses the 2016 to 18 name colors, so they'll be around for a while. We have Peekaboo Peach, Flirty Flamingo, and Sweet Sugar Plum. And then the last card I want to show you, I'm pretty sure I've shown you this before, but I'm getting ready to show my Sale-a-bration items. So this is another one that came from Australia, and it uses the Avant-Garden stamp set that is available in the Sale-a-bration right now. And then these are mine. It's another Avant-Garden one, which we did a class this time. I cased this idea from somebody, I believe it was on the Thailand Achievers blog hop. But we did some embossed resist sponging as we embossed the Avant-Garden things in white embossing powder. Here's what I made for a colored challenge using the Avant-Garden stamp set plus some stuff from Paper Pumpkin. This lattice looking front was actually an accent in a Paper Pumpkin kit. Then we have the In Between the Lines stamp set. And on this one, or it's In Between the Lines Designer Series paper, you get 12 sheets of 12 by 12 paper, 3 each of 4 different designs. And I cut up a bunch of them to make card fronts. And on this card front, I colored in just a portion and then highlighted it with the circle, made the Bermuda Bay that matches the card base. And here is another of the In Between the Lines stamps that where I colored just one little flower in the corner and did not color any other part of it. Several of my customers actually left a card blank so the recipient can color them in when they receive them. Finally, I have what is the, finally I have more. But next, I have the Designer tea stamp set. All of these different sayings are the perfect size to go with the custom t-shirts that are in the occasions catalog. I do not have those, and so haven't stamped them on t-shirts, but I just use the sayings for other things. And then we have the tasty trucks, which I made a couple of cards without any trucks on the front, just little tacos, and the let's talk about how awesome you are sentiment. And I stamped the truck on the inside of this one. Here's another one, just using the Fiesta birthday paper and the tacos on front, and just a little taco in the corner on the inside. And finally, here is a card, which is supposed to represent what it's like for me when I go to a food truck rally or an amusement park where there are lots and lots of different food trucks available. And so I just made several. And this is actually the stamp set, the Sale-a-bration stamp set we are going to be using today. So let's get started. Chose to use the Watermelon Wonder paper for the card base. And as always, this is cut. It's 8.5 by 5.5. Yes, you cut an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper in half. And you get 8.5 by 5.5. So we fold it. Get my trusty foam folder out. You have an 8.5 or a 5.5 by 4.25 card base. And I have already cut the Tasty Treats Designer Series paper to fit the front of this card. I love this paper. It's so reminds me of summer. I'm not sure I'm in love with the green ice cream scoops, but they're there. Maybe they're pistachio flavored. Anyway, but at this moment, this designer series paper happens to be another Sale-a-bration item that is available through tomorrow. This paper will be available even after the Sale-a-bration is over, but it will no longer be free. So if you would like it for free, this is the time to do it. I'm going to go ahead and glue this paper on the front of my card base because there's nothing that I'm doing to it before it goes on there. Alright, there is the card. Now we'll get some stamping done and add the truck to the card here after we're done. Using the Tasty Truck stamp set and putting it on the block. This is a piece of watercolor paper that I will be stamping with my Tuxedo Black Memento ink because then I'm going to color it in. not get all of my coloring tools out before I started this video, so shame on me, but here we go. Okay, I'm going to do the tires first, just because I want that done and I don't want to have to look at them again. Oh, my camera just is falling. Let's see if I can. Okay. Here's the stamp block. I'm going to use my black marker and just color a little bit on the stamp block. And then I'm going to pick up some of that color with my glitter pen and use it to color in the tires. Just a little more. Okay, wipe off that one pen. Now I'm going to shoot for some of the watercolor pencil colors. I have a hard time seeing what color they are unless I'm pulling completely out of the box so I can look at the base. So I'm going to pick up the Daffodil White and we're going to use it for just getting a little bit of color on the white, and I think that's all I'm going to do. And then I'm going to grab my blender pen again and blend in the light color. I'm going to take my real red and get these, color them in a little bit. Okay. Now, I'm going to take my basic gray watercolor pencil and I'm going to just make a little bit here, and then we are going to be blending it, and you will see what the shadows and the reflection and that kind of thing looks like here in a little bit after we blend it. You don't do a lot of blending, just a little, just enough to add that sense of shadow or shine. Okay. Part of the real color, there we go. Sometimes I forget to clean off my blender pens, and that would not be good for anyone. I'm trying to think what colors I want to use on the gorgeous canopy here. I'm thinking do I have a watermelon wonder? I'm sure I don't. Okay, so here's what we're going to do. These are the ink spots that come in a paper pumpkin kit. So you just get a little ink spot or two that size when you order the paper pumpkin. And these happen to be colors that match the Tasty Treats Designer Series paper, but I do not have in the bigger ink pads yet. So we are going to see what I can do here. I'm going to get this cleaned off. And then we are going to add, trying to decide what color I want for the truck. I think maybe we'll make a pair with that truck. So, we put a little bit of the watermelon wonder on the stamp box. So my blender pen can pick it up here in a second. And a little bit of the chocolate chip color. Okay, then we are going to use the blender pen, and we'll start by taking up the chocolate chip because that's the color I want to do in the stripes and around the window trim. Oops. I got that on the actual curtain itself. Okay, now I'm going to do window trim. It doesn't take a whole lot of color to color this in, but I'm going to grab just a little more. These wonder pens are pretty amazing. I think I may go back and do some gray on my hubcaps here. But first, I'm going to finish coloring in my canopy. And the greatest thing about Stampin' Up is that I know that this watermelon wonder ink that I'm using is going to match the watermelon wonder cardstock, and it's going to match the designer series paper because it tells me that watermelon wonder is one of the coordinating colors, and I don't have to think about it. I don't have to wonder what might work. I was doing it for a second. done with the blender pen. And it'll be time to watercolor with the aqua pen. So I'll get my blender pen put away. I will take care of all my pencils and markers in a bit. But I need to get this cleaned off because Celine did not put out enough stamp blocks to make them all my needs. I am going to need those after a while. But right now, I am going to put a pair of pizzazz on this stamp block. And I'm going to grab my aqua pen and color in my truck. So here it is, partially filled with water, and I just grab a little ink, and then I'm going to start working on my truck and painting it in the pair of pizzazz, which is one of the coordinating colors with the Tasty Treats Designer Series paper. It's been a while since I've watercolored anything quite this big. But I've had a pretty time doing it. My aqua pen out and put it away. And then clean my stamp block out again because now it is time to put ice cream cones in the window of her food truck. Go back to the Tasty Treats stamp set and grab the ice cream cone stamp and put it right there on the corner of the block. And I think I'm going to stamp them in chocolate chip. And then I'm going to color in the ice cream colors. Okay. Well, that was kind of silly, but that'll work for me. So, we're just going to have to deal with ice cream cones sticking out of the bottom. Actually, I have an idea. I'm going to come more a little higher. ice cream part of the codes so we can see just exactly what it will wonder. And then get some peach and maybe a little floor. No. Maybe just some chocolate chips. We have some chocolate ice cream. I will get my blender pens back out so we can color in. Oh, those are my markers. Those are on my blender pens. Get my blender pens back out so we can color in the ice cream. Grab some chocolate chip and we'll do the one in the middle. And some watermelon wonder. But that's not happy. So we'll try this one for some watermelon wonder and do the ones on the outside. And some peekaboo peach for the ones here on the top. Somewhere there, I have scissors, and we are going to cut out this trunk. This is one of the items that does not have a punch or a big shot lid that goes with it. So whether you own a big shot or you want to buy the punch, it won't matter. You still need to invest in a very good sharp pair of sharp scissors so that you can fussy cut it out. I have not yet decided what I want to use this card for, whether it's a birthday or just because or thank you. But I am going to put a sentiment on the front that will work for no matter what I decide to do with it. And a bonus, it should cover up my nice little ice cream cone mess that came down and is hanging out on the truck itself. So, good news is, no matter what you do, there is always a way to repair it and make it useful. Clean this off again because I'm going to need to stamp the sentiment here in a moment. This would be a perfect place for the classic sentiment punch, but I don't have that, so I will be stamping onto some paper and then cutting it. This is actually a really good size. I wonder, let's see if I am talented enough to manage to do this. I don't know. We'll see. I'm looking for the sentiment that says, "You're the sweetest." It makes sense to me to have sweetness and ice cream all in the same card. Almost got it. So let's try one more time. It's not perfect, but neither am I, and so it will be perfect for this card. Don't lose it. Okay. I am going to cut a little flag shape out of each end. I don't know, it's a triangle. I don't know why I'm calling it a flag shape. Maybe because wreath flags or whatever have that look. Alright, this looks like it could use... Oh! I fell again. Okay, there we go. This looks like it could use some of the fine tip glue, or as my daughter calls it, the perfect glue. So we will just put some of that on there. And get that on the truck. And look at that. It covered up those little cones that were sticking out. One thing about this glue is you have to be careful not to let it sneak out, or else you'll have a really shiny look on your item, on your card. Unless, of course, you're looking for a really shiny look. Then you could just put the glue on there and let it dry, and you're good. So I'm going to take my adhesive eraser and just try to get some of that on there. Because I don't really want that very shiny look. Okay. Now we bring my card front over, and I'm just going to take some dimensionals and pop them on the back of this. gonna take the little paper off my dimensionals, throw it in my trash can. You should always have some sort of trash receptacle close when you're stamping to collect all the little pieces. But I also have another tip. Like, I just use this little strip to make the sentiment flag here on the front of my food truck. That's because I don't very often throw away my extra pieces. You never know when they're going to be the exact size you're going to need. So I'm going to just pop this down with the dimensionals. And that is as simple as I'm going to make the front of my card. I will go ahead and just do a little bit on the inside. I'm not going to do much because I haven't figured out what I'm going to use that card for yet. But what I do, I will just put a sentiment, a thank you, a happy birthday, whatever it is I want to say. And just like the one where I just put a little taco in the corner, I think I'm just going to put a little ice cream cone in the corner of this. And I was going to stamp it black, and then I remembered that is not the color I want. I want to use the chocolate chip. So. There it is. I'm not sure which color of ice cream cone I want right now. Maybe I will just play with something over here in the pencils and just give it a little color. This is early espresso, so it's going to be even darker. But if I just do the edges of it and do it really pretty lightly, there. It's not even hardly any color at all. And shame on me, I stamped it where I didn't exactly want to. But, because I thought we were, it needed to be in there this way. But it still works to go in there. The landscape, I don't even know what I'm trying to say. Let's just glue it in. Alright, and there we have it. Just a little tiny ice cream cone peeking out of the corner, and a bunch of beautiful ice cream cones on the front. And there's our Sale-a-bration card for the day. You still have time to earn the Tasty Trucks stamp set, and they will be gone and not available after Sale-a-bration ends tomorrow. You can also earn the Tasty Treats Designer Series paper, and although it will still be available, it will not be free after tomorrow. So if you like this truck or this card and you want some of those pieces for yourself, head on over to angelstamps.stampinup.net and start shopping. And if you like this card-based color, this watermelon wonder color, it is one of the 2015 to 2017 in colors. And when the new catalogs become available, it will no longer be available. Pretty soon, they are going to go to only being available as long as supplies last. Well, thanks for joining me, and I will see you next week when we will start our online classes with the Sprinkles of Life stamp set. Because of Sale-a-bration, I extended the time to RSVP for those classes until tomorrow. So if you are interested and you would like to have the supplies for the cards we will be making online each week, make sure you contact me and let me know that you would like to RSVP for that class. See you next week.